Let it rip. Wait, that's the wrong one.
Yeah. All right, guys. I think this will end up being the last debate. No. The one after this will be the last debate of the night, but it won't be the last debate of the night for you guys because I mean we're recording these all at once and they're all gonna come out on different days, so it doesn't matter to you in the audience. But welcome to
We are
another
exhausted.
episode of Yu-Gi Bates or Yu-Gi-Oh debates or whatever I decide to name this in post. So anyway,
Master debating.
all right. So here's what we're gonna do. Uh, you all read the title. This is debating who the true rival of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX was.
Chaz it up!
We
Chaz it up!
we all know it's Manjome, aka Chaz in the inferior dub.
The Chaz, his first name is The, let's be honest.
Well, that's a sub joke. That's a sub joke. Use the Manjome Thunder. But anyway, so we all know it's Chaz slash Manjome. There's, I mean, I was going to say there's no debating that, but people debate this all the frickin' time. But we all know that it's Manjome. So what we're going to do for this debate is we're going to argue between the other two people that are commonly debated as far as who the GX rival is. We have to not pick Chaz slash Manjome. So I get Hellkaiser, aka Ryo Marafuji, aka Zane Truesdale, and Jackie above me gets Aster Phoenix, aka Edo Phoenix. So uh, we need to decide who's going first. So shit. Uh, Jackie, I'll let you decide who's going first for this one.
Well, since I'm arguing for heroes, obviously I'm going to take first to go. Let's
And
see if I can
Cyber
get that
Dragons
plasma
obviously
Dark
want to go
board,
second.
baby!
So, so yeah, all right. So,
Alright,
Jason,
Mr. Moderator.
Jason, you're moderating. So
Uh,
you gotta
so,
do the
I'm
timer
Jason. I'll be
thing.
your head judge for today's tournament. So if you ever need me, just make sure you raise your hand, you shout in a clear voice, "Judge," and it'll be over. So it's going to decide on the ruling.
Uh,
So, as always, our debate will consist of three phases. First, our draw phase, where our combatants will make their first opening remarks. The first player can set up his board of negates, and then the second player gets an opportunity to try to break that board. Then we move on to the main phase, where they will have 90 seconds to play out their main argument, and then counter any counters that they may have been countered. And then finally, we'll move on to the end phase, where they can activate their graveyard effects in order to bring themselves back from the brink of defeat and set out their resources to survive the opponent's next turn. To get things started, we will. Who is going first?
Jackie is, and one
That'll be
thing
the
real
hero
quick.
player over here.
One thing really quick. Again, for the upteenth time, if you haven't seen the previous videos, frames are skipping. I'm sorry about that. I'm doing my best to remedy the situation, but just bear with me on this. I'm sorry.
Also, to reiterate, we get these both topics and the side that we're on moments before the video begins. So, well, this one I have a little bit more connection with because I play heroes, which means obviously I'm GX degenerate trash who just loves Aster Phoenix in his shitty ass little suit.
Hey,
Uh,
I'm GX trash too, so
we don't actually care about the sides that we're fighting on, and we're mostly just doing this all in good jest.
yeah, we
As well as if our
our
arguments seem
arguments are pretty much
incoherent.
just our arguments are just pretty much improvised from the beginning, and we don't know who's saying what or who's arguing for what or who's debating what until moments before we do it. And yeah, so so I didn't even know that I was participating in this debate. So yeah. So yeah.
This will be important later.
Back to you, Jason. It's this one.
All right. So we
No,
have
no,
played
it
rock
is
paper
this one.
scissors
I was
and
right the
Jackie
first time. Yeah,
to
yeah.
debate the merits of Aster Phoenix as the one and true
No.
rival of Yu-Gi-Oh! TM.
Right.
So, let us move on to the draw phase. Jackie, you may begin your 60-second opening argument as to why Aster Phoenix is best bad boy. Starting now.
All right, so Aster showed up in season 2 and immediately went on a tear before becoming an absolute jobber in later seasons. But Aster is very clearly designed to evoke that cool, edgy rival. He's the same size as Jaden. He plays heroes like Jaden. He literally started off with elemental hero Phoenix Enforcer. The show could not be slamming you over the head harder that this is Jaden's rival. Damn it. He goes on tag duels while being antagonistic. Just copy paste the any Kaiba Yugi duels, and they did that with Jaden and Aster. They aggressively shoved down your throat the concept that Aster is in fact just the inverse of Jaden, to the point where when Sartorius is determining the 2 to 4 people that could mess with him, you're literally looking at the Fool and the Hierophant, which if you look that up, it's pretty blatant. Yes, I have tarot cards around me. Shut up.
Yes, very strong. Jackie playing the tarot, the taboo, if you would. Bringing into this the Arcana forces to see what will determine Aster as being the one true rival. Now, we'll move on to Brad, your opportunity to get rid of those 2 tarot cards that have been played on the field. Starting now.
Alright, well, since I'm going to go second, I'm going to go ahead and play my frickin' Cyber Dragon, which, by the way, is a Blue Eyes knockoff. Clearly. It is clearly meant to be the Blue Eyes knockoff. And while it doesn't have 3,000 attack, neither of these rivals have a monster with 3,000 attack, but while it doesn't have 3,000 attack, it is clearly meant to be Blue Eyes because it goes up into Cyber and Dragon, which is clearly meant to be a Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon knockoff. And and while it may not have 4,500 attack, it's a giant frickin' beater that does piercing, and it is just badass as all hell, which Zane, aka Hellkaiser Marufuji, is badass as all hell, just like Kaiba was. Ryan is a goblin.
That's
uh,
That is your time. So, some interesting opening moves. Aster Phoenix, the Nega Jaden, but does that really make one a rival? Also, too, Zane Truesdale playing machine cards with only 2,100 attack, whose main effect is the special summon. Are they equivalent to Blue Eyes, What Dragon, the main and original rival monster? Moving on to the main phase. Jackie, you have 90 seconds to re-argue your point and see if we can find the destiny of what's going on here with Aster Phoenix. You have 90 seconds, starting now.
Okay, so Aster rivals Jaden in a couple of ways. In season 2, most notably, he is of the 2 people who can change destiny that Sartorius must defeat. And there's also strength for Hasselberry and the Hanged Man for Chaz, but we're going to focus on these 2 because strength for Hasselberry makes no goddamn sense. But when you take a look at the way that Sartorius places them, he places them on equal esteem, and they are both essentially deuteragonists that season, the role that the rival will generally pick up. In addition, of course, their cards are very much designed to conflict with each other. Aster is playing heroes, Jaden is playing heroes. Aster is slow and steady, Jaden is fast and freewheeling. They have alternative styles that conflict with each other in a very thematic way, mostly coming down to Jaden believes very much in, at least in the first 2 seasons, Jaden is very much opposed to the concept of destiny. He even blatantly in the second episode ignores the concept of reincarnation, saying, no, when they made us, we broke the mold. And at that, Jaden just simply says, you do what you do. You duel to have fun because that's what you want to do. Aster is all about destiny, things being preordained, and things being something you have to do. Once again, they conflict ideologically. The entirety of season 2 is just dedicated to pushing these two characters as rivals to an almost obnoxious degree.
Interesting points brought up. Fate versus free will. An ever debate that moves on to all of Destiny. Judgment Day, is it inevitable? Did we just delay it by defeating the machine? Or is there no fate but fate that we make on ourselves? Brad.
Oh, Judgment Day is coming. It's called Nibiru.
Extinction on schedule, baby. So you have 90 seconds to counter why this rivalry is, in fact, merely just dramatic theming. You have 90 seconds, starting now.
You want to talk about polar opposites? Let's talk about Hellkaiser's stoicism for a minute. Let's talk about how in Season 2 he changes drastically as a character to go freaking insane. Going insane, just, doing whatever it takes to win. If that doesn't seem like a rival character to Judai Yuki or Jaden in the inferior dub, then I don't know what to tell you. Because, I mean, he stops disrespecting his cards. He just, outright is, will do whatever it takes to win. Whereas Judai, he just wants to have fun with the game. He just wants to do his own thing, chill out with his bros, play some cards, just he wants to just, chill out, and Zane just goes freaking insane. And even before he was insane, he was stoic as all hell, whereas Judai was just all of the energy, just all of it, 100% all of the time. And Marufuji was just such a good mirror to that, or counter to that, with his stoicism. And I'm out of time.
You're out of time. So,
Time of the round.
stoicism. Does the
Finish your
clash of
current phase.
personality a rival make? Closing arguments. Moving on to the end phase. We will see, will you flip up Twin Twisters, the top, the back row that he just said, moving into the end phase? Jackie.
Oh boy, howdy, you just activated my trap card.
Oh, so
You
it's
have-
not Twin
Alright.
Twisters, it's Heavy Storm Duster.
And I'm frozen. Totally ruining a bit of my speed.
Oh,
There we go.
okay. We good? We good?
I'm good with
60
you.
seconds.
Okay, I'm good again.
Okay, alright. You're good? Alright, cool.
To
Yep.
settle once and for all, will Negajaden indeed be his rival in arms? You have 60 seconds, starting now.
All right. So the big thing that I want to go ahead to and focus on now is season 3. Now, season 3 is when they threw out basically all of the old cast and brought in a whole bunch of new guys. It's kind of a mess, and Aster and Zane became the gay couple that I aspire to. However, I have to say it's very interesting to watch how they have Aster go through a tormented moment, and they have Zane, and they have Jaden. Jaden has to basically do what amounts to killing his friends by continuing in a duel, and that sends him down into Hellkaiser, making him potentially a mirror for Zane, if you want to call it. However, if you want to see the rivalry, the same thing basically happens to Aster at the end of season 2. Aster thinks that his father is alive and is searching for him throughout the entire series, only to find out that his father has been trapped in a card, and Aster has to execute his father, put him out of his misery. Pretty much the only person that Aster has truly cared about. And Aster evolves himself to be a better person when Jaden decides to go Supreme King.
That is time, Jackie. All right, very interesting point spot up. The fact that so much of the season 3 was focused on Aster.
It
One
wasn't.
can only imagine
It really
what
wasn't.
character development
Well, there's
can
an entire
dedicate
Gecko arc.
just a rival. But again, we are moving back to Zane, the rude Kaiser of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. Brad, your final argument. Why is Cyberboy our rival? You have 60 seconds. Starting now.
Alright, you want to talk Season 3? Hell Kaiser lasted way longer than Edo did. He was alive for longer than Edo was. And they closed out his arc beautifully. You know what Edo got? Jack fucking shit. Alright? He was just killed off, in a way, in such a way that, he didn't even really matter. Whereas Hell Kaiser had the duel of his life when he died. He went out on such a freaking high note, even though he lost on his own terms, and overall, his character was just written so much better than Edo was. Was it because he had a season longer? Maybe. But overall, he was with Judai from the beginning. He was against Judai from the beginning, and you know,
And that is
and
time.
that is time.
Interesting sides from both teams. Audience, you decide who was right. Will Aster Phoenix being the inverse of Jaden, the opposite side, the black to Jaden's white, the inverse, the inverted colors, the destiny versus free will, the man who will abide by the laws of fate, weaving the tapestry of destiny, versus the man who makes no fate but his own. If there is a wall that will stand in his way, he has something that will knock it down every time. And that thing is his Neospatian Grand Mole. Or was it Zane Truesdale?
Accurate.
who, introducing a card that indeed changed Yu-Gi-Oh! Forever, who may or may not have been sleeping with Alexis Rhodes on the side, who and who indeed pulled off that mask. So sick. Just so sick. Let us know down in the comments. And Brad, you take it from here.
Alright, so Jason never watched GX. Just gonna say that to start off with. So if he gets something wrong, go easy on him. But anyway,
No, comment below all of your hate. Just endless comments. Just a string. Every point should be its own individual comment. There should just be a comment thread of hate. Specifically at that guy. As well as mention that I'm correct.
but
Are there no Zane Alexis shippers?
Oh no, that wasn't that was you thought he was the one wearing the mask. It was Fubiki.
Okay.
Or Atticus.
Atticus, for anyone
in
who
the
speaks
dub.
English.
I just know it from playing the GX arc of Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist.
Yeah. But anyway, so again, we all know it's Manjome, aka Chaz. All right. So, we
If you
we,
don't
we
have a
knew
monster
going
with
into this
3,000 attack
that it
points
was
on
going to be Chaz, but uh again, Jason has never watched GX, so we were originally going to have it be a debate of the three quote unquote rivals going at it, but Jason never watched GX, and we figured if one of us had Manjome, that would be an unfair advantage. So we went with the two side rivals for this one. And
I thought it was Crowley or Krauser, whatever the heck.
Crawler?
Crawler. That's
Professor
what
Kronos
Okay.
for the superior subwatchers. But anyway, but yeah,
Because again, you have to have 3,000 attack, ancient
Yeah.
gear golem.
yeah, but
You know what? You got a point.
but
Crowler's
Manjome-
actually the rival. We've determined that today. Crowler's been the rival the whole time.
But Manjome also has a monster with 3,000 attack points. Not only that, he has two. He has two monsters with
Yeah, but
3,000 attack points.
one of them's a level monster. Level monsters don't count.
Okay, well, if level monsters don't count, then the second one is V to Z Dragon Catapult Cannon. Dragon Catapult Cannon.
And also, Oja Muscle just always gives Ochama King 3,000 attack,
Yeah,
like every
and
time.
he already has 3,000 defense to begin with. So I mean, it's kind of a mirror of the 3,000
qualifier.
attack. So,
Precisely means Jane didn't become a main character until season 2 when he got a 25 attack point monster, and
Oh
Yusaku
no
was
no no
never
no
a main
no!
character.
Okay, that's an entirely different thing. I think that his ace monster was originally supposed to be, Shining Flare Wingman, because
Personally, I
it
think it's
has
supposed
the
to be Wing
exact
Kariba
same
level 10.
stats. It has the exact same stats as Dark Magician. And it's a fusion monster, which they were focusing on fusion during this time period. It's a conspiracy theory that I'm thinking about working on. But anyway, so yeah, he had his ace monster technically in season 1, if you want to count Shining Flare Wingman. So
Shining Flare Wingman always seemed like the Dark Paladin to Dark Magician's Flame Wingman.
I mean, I guess. But anyway, so like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you loved it, turn on notifications so that you know when the last debate that we're uploading from this batch is going up. And
These things end up all out of order. It's going to be crazy.
and leave your comments down below, who won, or if Manjome truly is the rival of GX, because let's face it, he is. But
He really is.
if you disagree, you're wrong. You are factually wrong. But anyway, so yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.